That's $25,000 for Australian prostate cancer, and one lucky fan soon is going to get the chance to shoot from half court. Let's get some more cash in there. Enjoy and gamble responsibly.
They lead by 2, but the home team in possession. Jalen Adams has had a tough day. Gets to the basket. Oh, goodness, Jalen Adams. What a play. Points count. One to come.
Crazy. We've seen dunk of the year. That's got to be up there.
Well, when it comes to the occasion and the moment and what it means for the game and possibly the season, there has been none better. You still need to make this because 3 seconds is probably just a half a second too long.
He misses. Loose ball. Sydney get it back and win the game.
Are you kidding me?
Are you? Jalen Adams is worth every dollar that they're paying him.
Somehow or other, the Sydney Kings come up with it with the easiest two in the game for Jarrell Martin.
That is one of the most outstanding plays we'll see all season.
I told the guys coming in the locker room, I don't have enough hair left for finishes like that. Our guys, Gus competing to get a tip, Jalen grabbing it, having the presence of mind to see Jarrell in that situation.
I'm not gonna lie, I jumped to shoot it. I was gonna shoot it, and then I kind of peeked at the clock, and I saw it was enough time to get it to him, so I just fired the bullet, and I got trust in Jarrell, so I knew he was gonna catch a finish.
Hello and welcome to Kudos Bank Arena for the second part of Saturday Night Hungry Jacks NBL brought to you. Today, well, we're seeing the ever-improving Sydney Kings take on the powerhouse Perth Wildcats. The Sydney Kings, well, they are coming off an outstanding win last weekend, and yes, the dunk of the year to Jalen Adams. He threw down an absolute blockbuster. Of course, we will also see Ian Clark, an NBA championship over 300 games, and he'll be checking in tonight's game. The last time these teams met, well, it was a 15-point win to the Sydney Kings, and Jalen Adams, he had 30. Sydney versus Perth, we're up next, and of course now we cross over to our fantastic commentators. Boys, we are in for a beauty tonight. Jack Hebron, Shane Hill and Corey Williams.
We most certainly are, Brad. Thank you very much and good evening, everyone. Welcome to Game 2 of our Saturday night doubleheader here in the Hungry Jacks NBL. Homicide Hammer. This is massive. Southeast Melbourne and Brisbane set the tone half an hour ago. That was a big game, but this is bigger again.
The atmosphere in that gym, I was there courtside when they won that. The dunk, first of all, and then everyone's on their feet. Just incredible stuff. And
you want it one more time?
Yeah, let's see it again. Just on a couple of people at the same time. A point guard, if you don't mind, getting up there and finishing. And what a play to be able to get that offensive rebound, find Martin under the basket, and that could propel the Sydney Kings from here.
DoorDash starting 5 for the Sydney Kings as we see Ian Clark suiting up for the very first time. Get $10 off your next 3 orders with Dash Pass. Use the code DashPass at checkout. Brad spoke about Clark's experience at NBA level. Corey's a championship winner. How much will we see him play tonight, do you think?
I don't think we'll see him play a lot, but I'm looking forward to seeing him when he really gets in the lineup, gets his legs under him, understands what's at stake for this team and what he needs to bring. With that 300-plus games experience, that's just a hell of an addition to this team.
For the Perth Wildcats, they have won 3 of their last 5 games, albeit their last start they went down to Melbourne United, and their DoorDash starting lineup looks a little different as well. Jesse Wagstaff coming into the starting lineup. First time that he started since March of 2018. And 5 of the 6 Perth bench players tonight have been starters earlier in the season as well. But the big one, quite literally, is Matt Hodgson back into the lineup after suspension and starting.
Oh my! The crowd will certainly remember the big fella and his suspension. Got right in the face of DJ. Got a couple of games for it. I like the fact that Perth came out and apologised, and so did DJ. Just a bit of a brain snap, and he's back into the lineup here. But Vic Law to the 3 spot is the big move here. They want to be able to rebound the ball in this game if they're going to compete. And this is a game that I'm going for the Kings, but my gut says that Perth are in for a really good showing tonight. It's hard to beat them twice in a row.
Here's the ball being delivered by the Sydney Lion. And thanks to our great friends at DoorDash, a nice, safe delivery to Vaughan Maybury. Corey, who do you think wins this game and why?
I got the Kings. I just feel that the way they're playing right now.
They weren't good last week. They weren't good. It was a great finish, but they weren't great during the game. They're going to keep getting better, and you've written them off. You wrote them off at the start of the year.
They're making top four. I'm back with them.
Okay.
It's another one he's back on.
I'm back with them.
The Kings in possession first. The Wildcats without Todd Blanchfield tonight with a shoulder injury. Expected to be out for at least another week. The Kings without Maturemaker, who's been absent with a knee injury. And, of course, Jordan Hunter, we shouldn't forget, out for the season with a foot injury. Swaka LeBullock against his former team. There's Xavier Cooks.
Energy,
the score is a tip-top.
Energy, baby.
Great ball movement from the Sydney Kings. A lot of action, and that's what Cooks does. He doesn't need a lot of usage because of his offensive rebounds in the right spot at the right time. He's just got a great feel.
Cotton to get the Wildcats going.
And we know what he does when he enters that building.
That's a bad feeling when you see Bryce Cotton make his first three.
Cooks in the paint. Spins on Cooks.
I just love his motor at both ends.
Yeah.
Second or third in the competition, I should say, in rebounds, Xavier Cooks. Cotton, not that time. The tip falls to the advantage of Wagstaff, as we spoke about. Enjoying starting lineup minutes tonight. Hodgson to the boos of the Kudos Banker Arena crowd. That'll be good for him to get an early bucket.
Nice move by the big fella in the post. Has a height advantage on his defender, so that jump hook, that's going to be there all night.
Swaka LeBullock got his own rebound. Turns and puts it back in.
He's done well this year. He really has. Being able to hold down the fort where they had considerable injuries to their backcourt, their American backcourt, and also DJ Vasilovic slowly building his numbers up as well.
Here he is for three. Yes! 0-6 last Sunday. Another that will be really good for his confidence.
On cue.
Fast start from the Kings. They're 4 of 6 from the field so far for their 9 points. Norton responds.
Both teams started on fire. 4 from 6 for the Sydney Kings, 3 from 5 from the Perth Wildcats.
And Cooks has the size advantage over Norton. Hard landing, draws a foul.
Just relentless.
And I like the fact that Cooks didn't settle for the jump shot. They stood right back in the key, and instead of him saying, yeah, I'm going to give you what you want, I'm going to give you what I want. And he took it all the way to the basket, got himself to the free throw line.
Averaging 16.5 points a game, 9.5 rebounds, an assist, a steal. Numbers up on last season. As Kings coach Chase Buford. That's 2 of 2. Sydney 7-3 on their home floor this year, Hammer, but they won their last 4 in this gym.
And again, those games they lost at the start of the season, big-time injuries to their imports and backcourt as well. They've really recovered well and starting, as we've said, to understand their roles, get a little bit of momentum, but...
Jesse Wagstaff. A push 3. It's 11 apiece. Very offensively minded start to the game, which we don't mind. Wagstaff looked to find Cotton inside. Vasilovic knocked it away. Swanta Labulik thought about the three, was left open. Vic Law with the rebound. What do you want to see from Vic Law tonight, Corey?
Well, last 2 games, he's been underwhelming. Last game against Melbourne United, 5 of 18 from the field. I look forward to seeing him get back to his form that he started the season with.
Cotton with his second made three.
Listen, this man, we know he owns a lot of teams, but this rivalry is real, and remember the Grand Final Series 2 years ago?
Yeah.
He owned the Sydney
The one
Kings.
that didn't get finished.
No, it got finished, though.
It didn't get finished.
Oh, it got finished.
Yeah.
It got finished.
They didn't finish the
Get me
series.
started.
It
got finished.
A team won, but it didn't finish the series.
They didn't get on the plane.
As I said, they didn't finish the series. The team was
They
rewarded.
could have,
Come
but
on.
didn't.
Come on, man.
Your team, the Kings, Bryce Cotton owned them, period.
Let's get courtside to Brad Rosen.
Yeah, just wanted to give an update. Mitch Norton came off and there was a limp there. It looks like it's his left foot. The physio has been talking to him and then he's just sort of pushed him away, and as you can see, he's just jumping there. So nothing coming out of there yet. They will monitor it. We expect him back, but I'll keep you posted.
Thank you.
He's tough, Norton.
Oh, yeah.
He's tough. He's pushing the physio away, saying, mate, leave it alone.
He played that Grand Final Series last season with a severe hip injury that needed surgery in the off-season, and he played through it.
Yeah, he's as tough as they come.
Cotton with one on the shot clock. Didn't hit the rim.
Yeah, Vic Law's going to have a big one in him.
Oh, he
He's
hasn't
gonna have a
taken a
tough
shot at the
matchup.
moment. He hasn't taken a shot, and this is the problem when he plays the 3 spot. I like him so much better when he's a 4-man. Get into those pick and pop actions. He's got, you know, an advantage if he wants to take them to the block. He's got an advantage playing on the perimeter. Him as a 3 isn't as comfortable.
Vasilovic combines with Cooks in a 2-man game. There he is, pulling in the offensive rebound. The little man doing the big man's business.
DJ's an under-recognised pick-and-roll player from being able to turn the corner and score, but a very good passer out of that as well.
Cotton no good, 2 of 5 to start the game. Luke Travers checks in. Vasilovic gets the runner to go.
He's up to 7. He had a donut last game. Coming out aggressive.
And that's what I'm talking about in the pick and roll. That is a tough shot made easy.
Second meeting between these two teams this season. Adams crosses over and fires for 3. Kings get some momentum going. They've scored the last 6. Scott Morrison's seen enough and wants to have a chat about it.
11 air energy.
That's just class. Look at that.
Nice cross.
Set him
Side
up one
step.
way.
Bucket.
And the patience that he's had so far in this game.
All smiles early, feeling comfortable and confident at home.
So the Wildcats just trying to slow things down. Here's Scott Morrison.
Hey, everybody hitting bodies now. Everybody hitting bodies. 6 offensive boards right now. Hey, that one down there, you can pull in forward. What we spoke about this morning. Float up, Cooks, dive into the rim. Duke's got to play in the middle. You've got to box him out, keep him off the glass.
Also, pick and rolls, they can't feel comfortable. Okay, otherwise, why are we bothering directing the ball? The guy on the ball has got to be connected, big's got to be up. Fist side nail. BC or Kevin, whoever has it, these spots. Mike here, coming off, hitting LT, set it low, roll. Let's go.
Scott Morrison, first season in charge of the Perth Wildcats, signing on a 3-year deal. And I guess the thing for the Wildcats, Hammer, is with changes, even within the last few days, with borders and the Western Australian government beginning to open things up again, they've got a lot of games at home to finish the season.
They've done so well on the road to be in this position, stay positive, stay together, then they get home as they turn that one over. The Red Army will be chomping at the bit.
Adams 3-ball in transition. Long rebound falls back to him. Knocks it in from the free throw line. Travers on his way to the basket, lost the ball. Ian Clark checking into the game for his first minutes here in the Hungry Jacks NBL. Becomes the 233rd Sydney player. Martin bullies his way in. 13 straight points for the Kings.
Tough pick and roll. He's got that mobility as well, being able to play inside and out. Really good spread of scorers too for the Kings right now. 7-7-6.
Let's get to Brad courtside.
Yeah, I was just listening to Coach Buford in that timeout. He was very happy. He said, look, Perth, they've made some tough shots. Let's just keep going with the defense. And then when we can play offense, let's go to that pick and roll, as Shane just mentioned. So a very, very happy Coach Buford.
8 rebounds to 3 early in this game. Kevin White, his first minutes. Foul on Adams' baseline.
Now we will get a chance to see Ian Clark, what kind of shape he's in, what he has to offer for this Sydney Kings team. I don't think he'll play that much minutes.
Hasn't played for 2 years virtually. Went to China and that situation changed a little bit with COVID. You'd expect some rust. Martin with the rebound. 4th in the competition in that stat. And Glover had his pass intercepted by Kevin White. Fraser's got Travers alongside him.
Good basketball. Rebound, kicked up.
It is a healthy mullet.
It is.
It's one of the best mullets going around the country.
Nice pass. Martin out of the post for Adams. That doesn't go. 3 of 5 to start the game. On the back of 30 and 9 when the two teams played a few weeks ago. Travers for 3. He misses out. Perth get it back. Good hustle, Wagstaff.
That's exactly what Jesse Wagstaff does. Won't get a stat for it, but it's the 1%ers. We've seen it for a long, long time, and he's been able to contribute to many a championship for the Perth Wildcats. And
look at that mullet.
just flowing. Just
it's the coolest looking mullet I've seen. There's some bad looking mullets out there, but that's cool.
How do you think that mullet would go in the NBA?
We're going to find out.
We sure are. There's Norton back into the game straight away. Adams from the elbow. It's good.
And when you're feeling it and you got this, that's what that dunk really did.
Yeah.
Just make you go to a whole nother level. Your vibe, your energy, your swagger. Looking real good so far in this quarter.
Shot clock at 9 here for Perth. Bruce comes with a help D. Threw it back in, and Perth win possession. Wagstaff kind of lost his bearings a little bit. And Clark, a smile. I reckon the lungs are probably blowing pretty hard right now, Hammer.
Yeah, there would be, no doubt about it. But he'd be excited about getting out there and full of energy. I was watching his body language on the bench last week, and he was really engaged with some of the other guys and some of the rookies, and whispering to them and having a lot of fun as the Kings started to come back. So really good sign as far as what sort of teammate he is, and the fact that Andrew Bogut has history with him would indicate that he's going to be a great teammate.
Here he is, his first look from deep. Welcome to the NBL, Ian Clark.
No better feeling than for a new team to knock down your first trifecta.
Wildcats are having all sorts of problems stopping Sydney at the offensive end. That'll be a block on Sean Bruce.
29 points for the Sydney Kings with a minute 18 to go.
From the Bunnings.
And you don't forget how to do that. It might be a couple of years, but you don't forget how to shoot the 3-ball when you've been able to do it as successfully as he has for a long time.
You're absolutely right, Hammer. Being away from the game for that long and coming into a building with this type of energy, you would be nothing but enthusiastic and just happy to be back around the game again and in the game.
And the other thing, too, is he's played in the NBA and you play lesser roles. He knows he's going to be able to build into a really good role. There's a turnover and a hard foul on Fraser. He landed on his elbow. Looks to be okay. Let's take another look there. I think the other thing about Clark, too, is he would have goals of getting back to the NBA. He'd come in and play for Chase Buford and his NBA contacts and ability to be able to do well in this league, which is respected all around the world now. And he would be looking at trying to do everything he possibly can to help them win a championship as a way to get back to the NBA. Well, look at what it's done for so many players in the last few years. Corey, today, Jayshawn Tate. Balling out again.
Yeah, good. Incredible.
How's
Just
good?
A great story. And, you know, talking about this rivalry and that championship series, he and Cooks were so good together.
Yeah.
And Didi.
Yeah.
That was a really good team the Kings had with Bogut in the middle.
Yeah, they
Casper.
probably would have won.
Man, listen, Bryce Cotton owned that team.
Fraser misses both. Burgers for New South Wales basketball fans. The code word is throw. Kings lead
That's
by
what
9.
he just did then. He threw it rather than shot it. He threw 2 bricks.
The free throws to come now for Sydney. The Kings have had stages where they've been able to put some really big scores in quarters together, but they've had other stages where they've really struggled. They've gone dry. Well, just to paint that picture for you, they're the #1 team in the competition for first quarter points. They averaged 23 in first quarters this year. They're last in the competition for second quarters. What a fluctuation in the space of 1 quarter.
Yep. And it's not just quarter to quarter. I think they go through different stages within quarters as well, where they can be great and they might get 20 points in 5 minutes, but then they'll have 6 points in the next 5 minutes.
And on the other hand, Perth 10th in the competition, so dead last for first quarter points, first in the competition for second quarter points.
So this isn't a surprise and you expect it will be evened up by half-time.
We should be dead level at half-time. Law. White swings to Fraser. Got into the lane and will get himself back on the line.
After you've just bricked a couple of free throws, probably not where you want to go.
You would want to be.
And it's all mental. The free throw's all mental. Everyone can make a free throw, especially if you practice as much as these guys do. Then you get there, and sometimes that little man on your shoulder just puts something in your mind and says, oh, don't miss, please don't miss, and all of a sudden, the negativity makes you miss. But obviously, he blocked that one out.
That miss earlier from Fraser, or the 2 misses, were his first 2 misses from the line this season. He was 100% coming into tonight. Clark turns and fires.
Little 2-for-1 action too.
Norton, the 5-second differential between the game and shot clock. His pass battered down by Glover. He just couldn't keep it in.
Good hands. I like the pressure by Glover on defense.
Just brings a different energy, doesn't he, when he comes off the bench?
6 seconds on the shot clock for the Wildcats. Law off balance, good finish. Sydney have got time to get one away. Bruce may not have got the shot away. It won't matter all the same. It's their equal highest first quarter score of the Hungry Jacks NBL season, the Sydney Kings. After one, they lead at 31-24 at Kudos Bank Arena. Saturday night at Kudos Bank Arena, the second place Perth Wildcats up against the fifth place Sydney Kings, and Sydney lead it after one, 31-24. They are the best first quarter team in the competition, and they showed why. The winner of our Kmart gift card for tonight, I should say, is Christy Raven. We love being part of the Red Army and the supporting of our favourite team, the Perth Wildcats, and very soon, Corey, Wildcats fans will get to go back to RAC Arena and cheer on their team again.
Man, that is a fortress. And what are they going to have about?
Seven, I think.
Straight home games.
So seven?
Something like
more.
that.
Could be more, in fact.
Oh, man.
It was like 9. They have done so well.
Wagstaff catch and shoot. Adams thought about the three. Now creates the switch and steps back and drains it.
I mean, when you got it going on, you just have it going on. It's mentally right now, he's playing on a whole nother level.
Only player in the game in double figures so far, Vodanovic with the swat and kept it in from row 3.
It did look like his foot hit the ground, didn't it? Great effort, though, from Tom being able to get there. They're the 1%ers as well. We spoke about Wagstaff. Vodanovic does the same thing.
Frazier got his three away. Cooks crashes the glass.
Kings doing a really good job on the boards, finishing their defense.
That pass a little errant. 3-on-3 up ahead. That rebound count, Corey, 13-6 in favour of the Kings.
They're getting it done.
Wagstaff out for Norton. They sat off. Vasiljevic from deep. Sydney have won 5 of their last 6 games here in the Hungry Jacks NBL. They bring some really good form into this game. Not to be outdone though, the Wildcats have won 3 of their last 5. Adams behind the back. Vasiljevic. Loose ball. Controlled by the Wildcats. Law baseline. Nice pass out for Norton. Knocks it down that time.
Really good find from Vic Law. Pulled through to the baseline as we see the subs coming as well. Bryce Cotton coming back into the game, and it's exactly what they need to do if they're going to get their form going in the second quarter like we spoke about, Jack.
7:33 to play before half-time. If you have just joined us earlier tonight, Southeast Melbourne Phoenix winners 98-94 over the Brisbane Bullets at John Cain Arena as we take a listen into Chase Buford.
Maybe just a little bit less shifts off Norton if we can help it. But we're still in there protecting. We're still in there clogging up. If somebody's over there on a white, we're still coming to help and still shifting. All right, here we go. First play, we're going angle, pop, slash. Rel, you go get J.A. J.A., come off. Rel, you pop. If it's there, great. Gus, early slash. J.A., maybe you have Gus right there. All right, you know what? Like it, Rel, you're going DHO to DJ. DJ, you can backdoor if you want, or you can come off if you want. Fellas, let's keep guarding. We're doing a great job. When we get that off the glass, let's sprint. Let's run a little bit right here. Here we go. Defense on 3. 1, 2, 3. Defense.
Now the Kings lead it. We go back to last week. This lady on your screen right now, her name is Louisa. Corey, last week, after the Jalen Adams dunk, she jumped out of her seat with such ferocity, she tore her meniscus.
That is unbelievable.
It was worth it.
Unbelievable.
That's worth the meniscus, that dunk.
Wow. Talking about impactful.
She got wheeled out of the stadium last week.
Unreal.
And she's back.
That is a real fan right
That's
there.
dedication.
Shout out to you, Louisa. Vasiljevic beats the trap. Let's get courtside to Brad Rosen.
Yeah, we just saw about the knee. Can I just tell you, I was speaking to Paul Smith as well, and this may shock you. He jumped out of his chair, and he could not breathe the next morning. I think he cracked a rib. He said he thought he'd had a heart attack. He wasn't sure, but then he realised, nah, it was just Jalen's dunk.
Best dunk of the season so far. I think that's been pretty unanimous. We spoke about it on Overtime on Tuesday, Corey.
Still got Mitch Creek up there. Welcoming Delhi to the NBL.
Really?
Yep.
You think that's close?
I think Mitch Creek's dunk is the dunk of the
They
year.
were up by 20. It was on the fast break.
Welcome to the NBL.
Oh, please.
Delhi.
That was for the game over
And
two people.
almost broke out because of it.
Oh, my goodness.
Now, that Jalen Adams dunk was sick. I still got Mitch.
Moore was pushed.
Yeah, I can't remember something that spectacular.
Angus Glover not too happy with things. There's that red-headed temper.
I love it.
White line fever. Because he is the nicest bloke away from the floor. But once he steps on the floor, it's all on.
Law couldn't bank home the three. Gets another chance, left Glover behind him, and gets the roll this time around. Wildcats have scored the last 5.
And this is what I was speaking about with the Sydney Kings. 31 at quarter time. They've had 3 points in 3.5 minutes.
Glover baseline. His pass was deflected on the way through the Swakala Bullock. Adams, 4 on the shot clock from the Bunnings logo. Majuk with his first rebound. Only 3 minutes in the game so far, Corey. Majuk and 17 across the season. His numbers and his minutes have really dropped off in the last few weeks.
Wow. We spoke about in the last game. You've got certain guys that you have no responsibility to be able to get off at all. He just can't have any space.
Cotton to give the Wildcats the lead. Law. Here's Majuk under the basket. Glover takes it away. Martin spins and draws a foul. Whistle goes on Mitch Norton. Yeah, just getting back to Majuk. Just talking about his numbers and minutes. Started the season as the man in the middle. Matt Hodgson comes in and maybe a bit of confidence as well, and now just seems to be in a little bit of a funk.
I'm not sure they've found their solution at the centre spot, the Perth Wildcats. And yeah, it looks like they're testing a few things to see what happens, but yeah, I'm not sure that this roster's totally set.
You think so?
I'm not sure that it's settled. It wouldn't surprise me, Perth, to be able to make one more little move.
What would that move be if you were the GM?
Well, I mean, Fraser's not probably at their level that you would expect, and if there was a big come up, then that would be a pretty significant improvement to the Perth Wildcats, getting a legitimate big man to be able to play with Vic Laura's at 4. You've got Blanchfield to come back in the 3 anyway. And it's a sort of thing that Perth do, and smart moves at the end of the season.
Corey, as you've spoken about all season, the best teams in the league have got great big men.
They sure do. Melbourne United, Southeast Melbourne, Phoenix. Sydney have great bigs.
Illawarra with Tuop Reith and Sam Froling.
Have some good bigs over there. Just think their bigs shoot too much.
We'll see them tomorrow, the Hawks. In action, they're the final game in a Sunday Hoops triple header against Tasmania. Travers for 3. That's deep. They get another chance. Law, foul!
Oh my.
It goes with 1 to come. 4-point play on its way for the Wildcats.
And that's exactly why you got to be careful if you want to get to talking. Because before this, 2 plays before this, he and Angus Glover got joined. That got him going. He scored on that play and 1 3. He scores on this play. He's back in the game now. He's up to 7 points.
He does this. We saw it at Wollongong not long ago. Had 0 points in the first quarter. And he just lights up. He lights up, just goes on a run. Now, I just want to clarify something, because we got a little bit of feedback coming in on Twitter.
What's going on?
About that grand final series.
Let's talk about it.
I said at the time, and I stand by it now, that Perth deserved to be handed that grand final.
Why?
They
handed?
They got it handed with an asterisk because it didn't finish. Okay. That's all I'm saying. They deserved it because it didn't get finished, because Sydney didn't go and play.
Cotton to extend the lead.
They knew it was going to happen.
7 down at quarter time. They've bridged this gap and they've done it pretty quickly.
And these are the times when they go through these dry periods and they just need to work out where's their highest percentage play. Who do they want to get to touch the ball? What actions can they put them in to be able to turn this around, particularly when Perth have so much momentum at this stage. And you know, sometimes this is just the Kings evolving as well, because they've had players out, all starting to come back and gel and all the rest of it. You see great little cut baseline from Angus Glover.
Sydney get the lead back. 4 minutes before half-time. High standard game between 2 high standard teams so far. We're about to go in and take a listen to Scott Morrison.
Hey, we got back in the game because we're making a point to block out. And we're not giving up black cuts like that. Come on now, okay? We're getting back in transition, okay? Just fucking stay solid. They're going to score some buckets. Don't give them anything easy. Fist, you try to get the ball, okay? If you can get it, we're in fist side the first time. So hand off, LT's here, you're all the way through. Set it low on LT, they're gonna go under. Next time, fist side again, okay? Let's go, what? That's 1, 2, 3, good. If you get a chance at any point in time to hand it off all right,
he's getting awkward. 39-38 at Kudos Bank Arena. Reminder about the Latrobe Financial Sharp Shot, $100,000 up for grabs. If you think that you can drain one from full court, there's $50,000 on offer. If you're unsuccessful and you want to have a crack from halfway, details are on your screen right now. Cotton with 9 points. Travers found himself in a little trouble, but all's well that ends well. He now has 6 with a couple of rebounds. It's DJ Vasiljevic at the scorer's table, getting set to check back in. Here's Martin. Only 2 field goal attempts so far. Is that enough, Corey?
No, it isn't, but that's good one-on-one defense by Travers.
Here he is at the other end of the floor. 3 not happening for him tonight. It hasn't been happening for him this season. Just 21% from deep. Offensive foul against Jarrell Martin. Vic Law in good position.
Easy call right in front of the ref.
That's a good job of the defensive end, Vic Law.
Looking like an offensive foul on Jarrell Martin.
Let's get down to Brad Rosen.
Yeah, well, I think there's going to be a coach's challenge here just while we talk about that. But I was listening into that timeout by the Sydney Kings, and exactly what you boys were saying, they go through this little tangent and they can't score. Well, he spoke about getting the ball to Jarrell Martin. I then heard you say he'd only taken 2 shots, and the next 2 shots were his. So straight away, you can see that the Kings, they're going after Jarrell now, and they want him to have the ball.
And we have a coach's challenge on this call. How many fouls has Martin got? 1.
It's an interesting challenge. This game you'd think's going to go down to the wire. So going for it in the second quarter is interesting.
I didn't make a call.
We don't see too many challenges used before half-time. Chase Buford obviously feels strongly enough. A reminder that each coach has 1 challenge that they can use throughout the game. If they are successful, they retain the challenge.
Great rule, Jack. This is a great rule.
Yeah, it's a shame Pete Hooley's not here, actually, because he has done the work when it comes to coach's challenge.
I've heard him.
Who's good?
He's very good on the stats. I love it.
I think 40 wants him to keep reading out the Cairns coach's challenge stats.
Yeah. Next thing is the NBL trade. That's what I'm pushing for, Jack. Trade deadline, bring that on.
I'm with you.
Coach's challenge is unsuccessful. The call stands on offensive foul on 12. Sydney lose their timeout and their coach's challenge.
He was very focused as he delivered that message, wasn't he?
So in that situation, the review centre...
I was both of them. He had a foot in. I know it can't be his primary defender.
No, it's not that at all, because he was on the actual ground when it happened. So he's on the ground, he's not there.
I thought he was more he was moving than anything. Moving sideways.
That's explanation.
So they need definitive evidence, Hammer, to overturn the original decision.
Yeah.
Obviously, there wasn't enough of that. Perth lead by 1. Norton coast to coast. Got in front of Clark and forces him to foul.
It's been really good. Really good. 8 points already. And,
we 2 of 3 from the 3.
And we don't judge him on the points because we know he had so many other factors to the success of this Perth Wildcats team. But the Wildcats go to another level when he is knocking down shots. And you heard Chase Buford in that timeout. They're helping off him. So it takes away space for Law and Bryce Cotton to be able to do their thing. As soon as he starts becoming a really consistent 3-point shooter, his value goes to another level again.
And just clarity from the replay centre on that Vic Law call. The established position, he shuffled his feet. He did all the right things, Vic Law, so the call stands. Clark turns the corner. And a foul on Cooks over the back. Xavier Cooks picks up his second, and Perth will walk to the other end of the floor for free throws. What's been different, Corey, for the Wildcats in this second quarter?
I mean, it's been like this the whole season. First quarter, super slow. Second quarter, they find ways to tip the scoreboard over. Vic Law has come alive. Luke Travers has done well on the defensive end and made some plays happen on the offensive end as well. And you got Mitch Norton, you got Cotton out there. Things just start going for them. It's almost like we wait till the second quarter to start playing.
No doubt they've spoken about it. They've changed lineups. I'm sure they've adjusted different things to try and help them in that first quarter. It's certainly something they'll want to fix before playoffs.
Their last 7 games, Perth, at some stage in the game, they've been down double figures. They're doing it the hard way.
But what it also shows is the quality and the poise and the fight they have to be able to get out of those situations as well.
Cotton had the ball on a string and was playing with Jalen Adams before he forced him to foul. He is a marvel, this man. Look at this.
I'm just checking. So, Ruben, you've got 3 shots to draw. Can you check if that's 3 or 2? I'm pretty sure.
Got him on the hand.
He wasn't going after the ball. It was really just Cotton's followed through as Adams went straight up. It's there. It's the right call.
2 free throws for the league's #1 scorer. When the teams met in round 9, he had 31 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists as well. He was outstanding.
A better game than that 40-piece that he had in the final over in Perth. Being there at the stadium. How many do you have? 40-something? 45 or something in the final. Just absolutely incredible.
If I could read my own handwriting on my notes, I could probably tell you how many.
I want to say 45.
Nice pass for Vasiljevic for Martin. Gets inside. Hey, Nick, you there? 2 minutes remaining in this quarter.
The offense has completely dried up for the Sydney Kings in this quarter.
Yeah, 8 points so far in this quarter. Good aggressive play from Jarrell Martin. Nice little pocket pass from Vasiljevic. A 2-man game of being able to get him in as many actions as they can. Pays dividends, but again, just dried up for whatever reason. Sydney Kings in this second quarter.
What's wrong? I just changed it.
The Kings 8-7 on the season. Perth 8-4. Now they played the bulk of those games away from home, though, as we have spoken about. They've got a massive stack of home games to come.
This is a very, very interesting decision with Jalen Adams still in the game with 2 fouls. Guarding Bryce Cotton.
Cotton got past Adams. Doesn't get that runner to go. Now he gets in deep on Travers.
Nice take. You got to be careful with those 2 fouls. You're way too important to this team.
I agree with that. I like the investment from Chase Buford, though, about Clark. He's played 8 minutes in this first half, and they're not going to get the dividends from him because he's going to take time. But every minute that he plays for every game, it's going to take him a month. It's like Klay Thompson coming back.
Yep.
It takes time. You're not going to play your best, but they need to be able to invest this time. Even if they go through patches where they're carrying him a little bit until he finds form, it's more an investment for later in the season, helping them make the playoffs, and if they make the playoffs, being able to help them win playoffs.
Agreed.
Frazier from the top of the key. Shooting the 3 at just 25% on the season. 0 from 2 tonight. Martin steps out. Misses at the other end. The Wildcats down 7 at quarter time. Will take a lead of their own into the half, or they should do. That three jumps out from Law. Clark in his first game as a King. Floater from the free throw line off target. Cotton is fouled by Vasiljevic. Gets himself back on the line, Bryce Cotton. No one in the NBL has taken more free throw attempts this year than this man.
He is so quick. He gets so much usage. Crafty with the ball. You've got to get out to his three, jump at his three, but he can play equally as well when he's putting the ball to the floor. Just a nightmare.
Absolute nightmare.
I remember when you came back to Australia, he just had the big final series, and you said to me, come on, Hammer, is he legit? Is he, like, seriously, is he as good as what? I said, mate, you wait till you watch him play.
And then that year, they didn't make finals.
You've given it to him. But he is a freak.
No, he's a stud. He's a stud.
So good.
He's a stud.
He's an NBA player. That's what people don't understand. He could slot into the NBA and have games where he's putting up numbers.
Yep. I really became a fan when they were doing the NBL NBA games. Yep. And he played against Denver Nuggets. He had a bad game against Utah. Then they played against the Nuggets, and he hit him for like 30. Yeah. Every bucket was tough.
Three-second difference between game and shot clock. Cotton has 13. Cotton has 16.
Hang on. It's not a delay game.
And then I really became a fan when he torched the Kings in that grand final series. Hammer?
When he what?
When he torched the Kings
I don't remember
that whole season and then the grand final series.
So there was a delay between Kevin and White.
Remember that one? Remember the 45 in Perth, though?
Yeah, probably. I think that's the right thing to do.
2.6 put back on the clock.
Looking to reset the clock.
Scott Morrison and his men. Mike Kelly, senior assistant coach. Will take a lead into the halftime now. And a little extra put on too, so 4.3 seconds. That's more than enough time for Sydney. Try and manufacture a bucket.
Oh, he did too. Good defense from the Perth Wildcats. Denying that first pass in. He had to pass fake it and then stepped over the line as he went to throw the baseball pass.
Here's a free possession now for Perth. Norton to inbound for Wagstaff. It doesn't go. Law can't tip it in. The Wildcats in front at halftime. They turn a 7-point quarter-time deficit into a 6-point lead at the main break, Corey.
Fantastic second quarter. Defense is what got that done. They held Sydney Kings. They take the lead.
They kept the Kings to just 14 points.
I mean,
in that second quarter.
Just great defense.
Let's get to Brad Rosen.
Yeah, Mitch Norton, that was a pretty tough first quarter, but you kept them to 14 points in the second. You must be happy with that defense.
Yeah, the defense in the second quarter was a lot better than the first. You know, we need to rebound the ball. They still crashed the O-glass extremely hard, so for us to take care of that, that kind of got us back in the game.
Jerome Martin, only 5 points. That must be a focus.
Yeah, but, you know, Adams has 18 or whatever it is, so they're a dynamic duo, and we just got to keep up the tough.
A little bit of a foot injury, all okay?
Yeah, it's all sweet.
Thanks, Mitch.
Thanks, mate.
Mitch Norton's had a big role in this first half, and he's helped the Wildcats enjoy a lead going into the main break, 51-45. We'll come back and have a chat about it. On the other side of this, you're watching Saturday Night Hoops here in the Hungry Jacks NBL. been an entertaining half of basketball at Kudos Bank Arena. The Perth Wildcats on the road are leading 51-45. The Kings have enjoyed some good form in their home venue over their last 4 games. They've won all of them, but the Wildcats, Hammer, got their hands dirty in that second quarter and enjoy a nice lead.
Well, they looked good, didn't they? And so many different people that can contribute. We spoke about, obviously, Bryce Cotton and Victor Law, but Mitch Norton was somebody that was really good in that second quarter. Hitting a couple of trifectas just gave them another avenue that made it difficult for the Kings.
Corey, what adjustments did Perth make in that second quarter? Because Sydney led it by 7 after 1 and had the game on their terms.
And as you mentioned, in the first quarter, they averaged the most points, the Kings. So they came out hot, blistering at both ends. Then they got dry in the second quarter. I mean, 14 points, great defense in the second quarter by Perth. Perth went to, went to another level defensively, and they got going. And once they get going, Bryce Cotton was sensational. We knew that matchup was going to be worth the price of admission. Jalen Adams against Cotton, and it's living up to the billing. But as you said, Mitch Norton, 10 points, 2 of 3 from 3. Luke Travers with 8 points. You can see the numbers right there.
And 4 from 16. 4 from 16 from the Kings. Some of those were wide open as well, so they did get some good looks, but for whatever reason, they went dry and sets it up for a big second half.
Well, we spoke about the matchup pre-game of Jalen Adams versus Bryce Cotton. As Corey said, it's worth the price of admission. Let's take a look at Jalen Adams and his first half so far on the back of that thrilling dunk and that thrilling performance last week. 18 points to the half on 7 of 10.
Well, he just come out with a swagger, as Corey mentioned, after having a game winner, having a big performance in front of his home crowd, and then coming up against somebody that's already established as one of the best imports to come to the NBL. And so you step up. 18 points in the first half, but Bryce Cotton's been equally as good as well. We're seeing 2 of the premier point guards that we've seen in a long, long time playing in the NBL right now.
Corey, just before we get to Bryce Cotton and the Perth Wildcats, from a Sydney perspective, Jarrell Martin, we highlighted it in the call, only, 4 field goal attempts in the first half. Do they need to be playing through him a little more?
I think so, especially in that second quarter. He's so talented because he could score everywhere on the floor. So when you're in a drought like you are in the second quarter, you should make him a focus on the offense.
Yeah, and they started to, as Brad Rosen said. Obviously, they're trying to get him the ball, but good defence as well from the Perth Wildcats.
Meanwhile, on the Wildcats, they just happen to have a guy who's won a couple of MVPs, just happens to be the best player here in the Hungry Jacks NBL, and he just happens to be in really good form right now. 16 points at halftime.
I mean, they try to guard this man so many different ways, and he just is so patient. He reads the defense. He takes what the defense gives him, and he's going to make you pay. Whenever he comes to Kudos Bank Arena, he puts on a show.
Well, and he's so hard to defend because he's great when he's got the ball, but he works so hard without the ball. So difficult to be able to catch up with him as he comes off pin downs and flares and gets himself into the right spot. Only 4 from 10, so it's not like he's on fire, which is probably dangerous for the Kings in the second half, but still accumulates points, 16 points, gets himself to the free throw line, and even worse, he makes it happen when it counts in the second half.
They're doing some really good business on the road right now, the Perth Wildcats. We've highlighted that in the first half, the fact that they have been on the road for a significant amount of time. They've got some work to do in this game, but they do lead 51-45. What happens in the second half?
Sydney Kings, they're going to get this win. I'm with Sydney today.
Hammer?
Yeah, it's a flip of the coin. I mean, I'll stay
Come
with
on,
Sydney,
Hammer.
but Perth are playing some really good basketball as well. So, yep, big one.
And that man that you highlighted, Mitch Norton, has had a big influence in this first half as well. 10 points on 3 of 6 shooting, and they didn't have him for the start of the season. They just seem like a better team with him running the point.
Well, they're more poised. I think everyone gets the shots in the right spot, and we spoke about him stepping up, being able to hit a couple of threes, but his defence is critical. He just doesn't break down at the defensive end. So reliable.
We'll be back for the second half on the other side of this. It's 51-45 at Kudos Bank Arena. Don't go too far. It's all coming your way here in the Hungry Jacks NBL.
Welcome back to Kudos Bank Arena. I've got Coach here, Coach Buford. Look, a good first quarter, but a 27-14 second quarter to Perth. What you talk about in there?
Yeah, I think just some defensive breakdowns, a couple offensive rebounds, gave them some extra possessions. Offensively, the ball stuck a little bit, weren't getting the quality shots we did in the first quarter.
Jarrell is obviously a superstar. Not many touches in that first half. You're going to talk about and spoke about that?
Yeah, we talked about trying to hit the roller a little bit more, get those guys involved when they're setting screens for sure.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Brad.
6-point lead to the Wildcats as we get set for the third quarter. We spoke about those quarter-by-quarter stats because tonight in particular they have run true. Perth are the best third-quarter team in the competition. They averaged 23.8 points in the third term. Jalen Adams has 18 points. Sydney's season hammer, with the exception of the 42-point loss they had to Melbourne in round 3, if you take that out, their average losing margin across the season is 8, which is quite low even when they're losing games. They're not getting blown out. And there's Jarrell Martin.
And that's a great start to the second half. But you take, 2 imports out of your team, and at that stage, DJ Vasilovic was only just coming back from injury as well. And it's a big impact for teams to have to overcome. So they've recovered well. Now they're at full strength.
Offensive rebound for the Wildcats. Look at the way they're moving this basketball. Although Norton missed Hodgson on the way to the basket. Adams up top. No good. Vic Law, 8 points to the half on 3 of 6. Swing to Cotton. Back to Wagstaff. Knocks that one down.
And this is where you'd like to see the Kings go back to Martin inside. They drew up the first play of the second half. Then they sprayed up a 3. You'd like to see him get another touch soon.
Vasilovic found an easy path to the basket. .54-49. Law pulls the trigger. And Matt Hodgson in his return tonight. The offensive rebound. It's missed the last 2 through suspension. Norton head down, lost it, got it back. Did he travel? It won't matter because the shot clock expires all the same.
Got away with one. That was definitely travel.
Hey, weak dribble slice.
Here it is again. Vasilovic. Wagstaff had that rebound while he's flat on his back. Law. Vasilovic all up and in, got too close in the end. And he's saying that Law threw the feet out.
DJ got right underneath him there.
Didn't give him any room to land.
Yeah, you've got to give the person shooting. And you see, DJ jumped at him, and his momentum went towards Vic Law, and there was no room for Law to be able to come down. So even though it was a slight bump, there's no doubt that one's a foul.
So Coach Heel, for youngsters watching at home, Vasilovic all up and in, but when the opponent pulls up for the jumper, what do you do then?
Well, you can't try and block everything. There's sometimes, if you've got a good contest, but you don't want to foul the shooter. Too many times, defenders are bailing people out for really trying to go that extra effort to either block it or get extra pressure on, where sometimes just a contest for the shot is enough.
Adams got past Norton.
Oh, my goodness.
And one.
Tough finish.
Great take. He's got a great presence of mind, hasn't he? Went up, then almost made his decision after he already received the contact and ability to be able to finish the end one. He just hung under that Wagstaff swipe at the ball late.
Strong, aggressive take and finish.
He's really unique in our league.
He is.
Back to 4. Cotton, there's that work off the ball. The dime for Norton, impeccable.
Just a great pass. Nice cut. So unselfish. Yeah, that's the most unselfish superstar we've had in this league.
That is great footwork from Cooks. He caught that ball straight into a Euro step on the catch. Great touch.
Cooks now has 8 points as Cotton took a bump. The official says play on. Kings get a stop. Vasiljevic tees it up. Deal. Let's take a look here. Bryce Cotton ran into his own man in the end.
Right, that's no foul at all. He does a good job, Bryce Cotton, of putting the referees in a position to try and get calls out of them.
Looks like he may have a bit of an issue with that thumb, which is already strapped as well. Law from outside.
Out of bounds off the Kings.
Last touch by the Wildcats, and Majuk. You can see Cotton there looks in a bit of discomfort at the moment, Corey.
Those thumbs. Those thumbs just are reoccurring.
Adams, handoff from Cooks. Now Martin steps out for 3.
And I was just about to say, I'd like to see Jarrell Martin get a touch. Ever since he scored in the first possession of the third quarter, he hasn't gotten the ball back.
That's the advantage you've got with Martin as well, because he can stretch the floor. Great with his back to the basket and off rolls, but being able to shoot that 3.
Norton drives and scores.
Tough take and finish, ability to play through the contact. It's Norton.
14 points.
He's deceptive too, Norton, how quick he is.
And
he
strong.
rips through against somebody. He's got that strength and that poise to be able to finish like that.
Adams inside. Not that time.
As well as Jalen Adams is playing, you need some other people to come to this party with him. This league is too good for one person to beat you.
Shot clock at 6. Norton's 3 jumps out.
Jarrell Martin, 3 of 6. He needs some more touches. Again, whenever he scores, they go away from him.
That time short. Only 2 players in double figures for the Kings. One of them is Adams, and the other is Martin. Vasiljevic next best with 9. Law over the top of Martin. That is a tough finish. And Chase Buford can sense that he needs to bring his men in for a chat.
Big Law, 4 of 9 from the field, up to 12 points. Shooting at 44%.
And that's going to be the balance for Jalen Adams, right? Back to your point before. He's 8 from 13. Shooting the ball really well, making plays, putting points on the board with 21 points. But
keep rebounding, and let's look to run. If you don't have the ball, I don't care, everybody, get out and run the floor with him. Get wide, create that space. Right here, let's go angle. Flip this right here. Deej, Angus. Sorry, Brucey. Let's do this. Brucey, you got it right here. J.A., you're right here. Angle. Boom, come off. Brucey, head him. Rel, you pop. As that happens, Glove, I want you to come set this flare for JA and slip to the rim right there. All right, if you don't have Glove on the slip, Rel, just come and bring it to JA on a DHO. All right, keep guarding, fellas. All right, here we go. Rebound and run. Defense on 3. 1, 2, 3. Defense.
Rebound and run. The instruction from Chase Buford. Let's get to Brad Rosen.
Yeah, the Perth coach was very happy with the way they're going, but I can tell you, Bryce Cotton, and you can see him there, he's sitting out now. He did not sit in that timeout at all. He went to the sideline, and I stood there and watched him, and he said the thumb got bent completely back towards his wrist. He's in a lot of pain. We will see him again, but certainly he is feeling it right now.
Hammer, as you say, they can hang around those thumbs. They're nasty.
Hang around, and it just... You don't realise how many times your thumb gets caught until it's sore.
He is in some kind of groove. That was a tough baseline step-back shot over Travis.
The game's leading scorer, Jalen Adams, with 23 points. Cotton sitting down at the moment. Nick Law steps into the paint. Hodgson can't tip it in. Couldn't grab it the second time either. Adams up ahead, fires, fouled.
And as you say, Hammer, do not bail a shooter out by fouling.
You just don't need to do it. Adams is such a good shooter, and when you foul shooters as well, get a chance to go get a couple of those freebies. This time he'll get 3, most likely make them all. Get that eye in. He just goes from 23 to 26. It's not that you want to leave them open, you still want to contest it.
Look, this is looking like a 40-piece coming up.
It could be. It could be. Well, and the hardest thing for Perth is that whilst he's going to work, Bryce Cotton's sitting on the sideline, nursing this thumb.
4th in the competition for points per game. 3rd in the competition for assists. And 5th coming into tonight, Corey, for 3-pointers made per game. They're a little under 3. Those numbers might jump up the way he's going.
And I got a question for you, Jack and Hammer. He wins this game and drops a 40-piece. Would he be the best point guard in the league?
Is Bryce Cotton a 1 or a 2?
2.
Oh, Bryce Cotton's a 2.
Yeah, Cotton's a 2.
Well, you have to be, wouldn't you, on 4? I don't think it's close. Who's close
I don't
right
think
now? But before this, don't worry about the 40.
I'm asking you.
Who's close?
Daylight.
Yeah, and we've got different point guards. We've got guys that can't score the same or same athleticism. He's unique.
This guy right here is a problem.
Big problem.
I see why they waited that long when he was out, although they were losing some games early in this year and didn't even go for a replacement. Jalen Adams is a freak.
Yeah, he can.
And he locks up on D.
Burger's already locked away for Sydney fans.
Oh my.
Now it's just for fun. They look to take the lead this trip down the floor. Their biggest lead early in the game was 11. They watched that evaporate. Give up possession that time.
I don't think you can have Norton off the floor right now. If Cotton's off, you can't have Norton off. They're up 12 while he's on the floor.
Adams gets it back. Top of the key, Clark. Bang. Sydney back in front.
Great anticipation, getting that steal.
Ian Clark has 8 points in his debut game. He's given them some nice punch off the bench.
He has 2 of 3 from the 3.
Hodgson's pass sloppy. Kevin White made it work. Not so much with the three, though. Rebound and run was the instruction from Chase Buford. Clark for Cooks, who's starting to find his way into the game. Sydney have scored the last 9. The fans come alive at Kudos Bank Arena.
It's just great basketball. Clark with a nice rip through, goes baseline, drops it with a nice pocket pass to Cooks. Cooks finishes it. Nice floater.
Just calm the fuck down, okay? Calm the fuck down. Throw the ball right down there. And there. We're going to 50, okay? 50. When Adams has the ball up here, you got to be shrunk, but still seeing yours. You know where to close out. You know if he back cuts. You know if he crashes. Understand? Just keep everything in front best you can. Shrink in, make the gap small, but know who you're closing out, who's cutting, who's rebounding. Okay? Down there, let's go. Pick, 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 pick again, pick, pick side. Play to pick, pick. Let's start pick, pick side with you getting the catch in the pop. Pick, pick side. Pick, pick side.
I think that was pretty clear what Scott Morrison wants out of that timeout. I think he just wants him to calm down.
That's what I took.
What does a timeout in Coach Heal's huddle look like this season?
Very relaxed, mate. Very relaxed. Development year.
Yeah, right.
Very relaxed.
Please.
Norton back into the game with Bryce Cotton now.
Third foul of the quarter against the Kings. That one caught on Bruce. It's his fourth too. And a very handy cameo off the bench when the team's played in round 9. Plus 15 on that day for his 9 points.
The Wildcats are down 15 with Frazier in the game in his 16 minutes.
Late whistle. In fact, it's for the basket to count. That's a bucket they needed, so who do they go to? Bryce Cotton gets it done.
18 points. And 5 of 12.
Cooks posting up on Norton. Size advantage to the Kings. The footwork sublime.
Great footwork. Knew he had a mismatch. Double didn't come. Nice step through pivot.
A little quiet in the first half, Xavier Cooks, but now has 12 and 7 for the night. Glover almost came up with it. Frazier fell over. Law hemmed in on the baseline. And Wagstaff diving to the cup. Clark up ahead.
Oh, my.
What a bomb from Ian Clark.
Fantastic defense on one end. Great rebound outlet. Kick ahead 3.
Oh, my. Wait till he's playing in a month's time. We're already seeing signs of him and what he can do. Catch and shoot, swing, bang. That's tough. 11 points in 12 minutes. 3 from 4 from the three-point line.
It's going down in the Harbor City.
They've just got so many weapons from the perimeter.
11 points in 12 minutes for Ian Clark in his NBL debut. Norton bumped off the line and they throw it away again, the Wildcats.
The Kings defense really stepped up. This last 4 or 5 minutes, that's where they've been able to get it done. Yeah, they've made some shots, but defensively they've been able to knuckle down, do all the little things, keep them out of the lanes. It's been impressive.
Adams for 3, stepping back.
Best point guard in the NBL. He is cooking.
Daylight.
Daylight.
8 unanswered points for the Kings. all of a sudden it's a 10-point lead in the shadows of three-quarter time. Cotton, good look. Misses out, a foul off the ball. He's against Glover.
There's a breakdown by Clark that time. Tried to follow the ball and left Cotton. Ball came back to Cotton, he was wide open.
Hey, Sydney, give it up for Gus. Put your hands together with Angus.
Angus Glover will have to come out of the game.
Jalen Adams, 10 of 15 from the field. 3 of 7 from the 3.
It's tough. 6 assists to go with it.
6 rebounds and 6 assists to 2 turnovers. Killing him. And we got a quarter left. 40-piece coming up. Hold that.
There's nothing that man cannot do. The Kings have a big quarter, and they take a good lead into three-quarter time. It's 74-67 at Kudos Bank Arena. Plenty on the line. We're going to come back and check it all out on the other side of this. Good, clean, safe fun at Kudos Bank Arena, the DoorDash Kids Dash. They race to see who will be crowned today's DoorDash hero and win a $100 DoorDash voucher. There you go. Can we get a hammer in one of those races?
Ooh.
Would you be trusted to do the speed limit on one of those machines?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Start of the last. Travel from Wagstaff. 29-16. Hammer, that third quarter, Sydney's favour.
Well, the Sydney Kings went 31 in the first, 14 in the second. We spoke about the dry patch. Now they've revved it up again, 29 points. Could they be the most potent offensive team in the competition now with Clark coming in?
They could be. We have Melbourne United. Potent.
They're more about defense, surely.
No. They get buckets. CG43, Jolo Alachul.
There's 2.
Calabagata when he gets it going.
See, I look at Southeast Melbourne. I feel like they've got more weapons offensively, whereas United have got people who can put the ball in the hole, but their defense, that's what they're based around, is their defense. They're tough. But Sydney right now, they've got so many options with all three Americans being able to score. We've spoken about Cook's being able to put points on the board. He does other things, obviously. And then they've still got DJ Vasiljevic as well.
Yeah, they got a lot of weapons.
They got there's 5 players that can get 20 anytime.
Let's check in with Brad Rosen courtside.
Yeah, I was just watching Angus Glover there, and of course, whenever he goes down, our hearts go in our mouth, and we hope it's nothing serious. Well, the good news is it was just a knock to the face, if that can be good news, but he's absolutely fine, and he'll be back if it's needed.
It's good news for Kings fans. 4 on the shot clock. Vasiljevic. This is everything. Wagstaff for 3. That's deep. Cotton has 21 points. Adams has 28. It's been an absorbing duel all night long. Ian Clark, all of a sudden, is looking pretty comfortable.
Yeah. Just scorer's mentality. He just turned that corner, drew the contact, and then still had the ability to be able to finish with poise. Tough here. Against Norton as well, good defender. And again, that's what I'm talking about as far as weapons from the Sydney Kings that can stand up at different times to be able to make big plays.
He was just counting them out. 1, 2,
Sure was.
3. Didn't get the third, though.
4 of 7 from the field, 13 points. In just under 15 minutes of play.
371 NBA games. This is a trivia question for you, Hammer. As per the best stats man in sport, Mark Slocum, Ian Clark is the 4th Ian to play for the Kings. Can you name the other 3?
Ian Rebeard.
Yep.
Ian Davies.
Yep.
Ian Crosswhite.
Well done. Very good.
Nah, I cheated. I saw the...
Oh, you...
I could have run with that, too. I could have run with that.
Like, that's pretty impressive. I'm like, Hammer knows the whole Kings history.
Well, no,
a lot of time.
I know.
Well, 2 big-time Kings guys, and a Coach Crosswhite as well.
Sounds like you had everyone full. Like a whole control room were just like, oh, he already knew the answer, did he? Yes.
Nah, I couldn't run with that. Couldn't do the big salad. Thought you did pretty well.
Another chance to make it uncomfortable.
Ian Davis now, he can shoot. Oh.
Cotton. Playing with a sore thumb. Not even that can stop him. This is that time. Loose ball out for Vasiljevic. One end to the other.
And that's a great take. Because Vic Law did not commit. The defense pay right there in transition.
He scored the first 4 points in this all-important last term, the Kings.
And that was great one-on-one defense by Cooks. That possession.
And this is where they need that third import that I was speaking about earlier. So Fraser right now, 0 from 3, minus 18 when he's on the floor. And then you look at the other end and the firepower and the amount of players that can put points on the board.
The pressure's working, Kings fans, but you gotta get it loud.
I think Law's got a big rip in the middle of his jersey. Cotton! Extraordinary!
Listen, I know Jalen Adams has been killing, but it's Bryce Cotton time. This is when he comes alive.
Well, he's going to have to, man. He's going to have to right now. You look at Vic Law going to the bench and just looking around. Who's going to be able to get that done? He loves coming to his left and shooting that ball off his right-left stagger.
Man, this matchup has not disappointed.
Adams, a bullet pass inside for Jarrell Martin. He lost the handle. He thought he was fouled. Nice hands from Fraser.
Real good hands.
And good mix-up, too, from Scott Morrison. Going a little 2-3 zone. Give the Kings something different to look at.
Cotton this time defers to Travers. 0 from 3 from outside tonight. Inboard for Martin, and one.
It's just a great find in that transition. Dan Ewan loves it.
Was that Heath Braxton in the crowd, was it?
I think it was. Dan Ewing. Great up fake, good poise from the big fella. He's got that mobility to be able to run that middle line. Good reward. A little t-shirt on too, Dan. Flexing those guns on the celebration.
That's a medium shirt on a man that should be wearing a large.
Showing the guns in that weight room.
Pays to advertise, mate. Pays to advertise.
That's it. It's an 11-point lead for Sydney. It's not panic stations yet for the Wildcats. They certainly wouldn't want that lead to swell beyond this. Travers downhill, off the glass, good finish.
Beautiful take from the perimeter by Travers.
Yeah, he's into double figures. The third Wildcats player to get to that number. Who else is going to come with them, though?
And it's important now for Perth. They need to start getting it to the basket, just like Travers did then. They've taken 36 three-point attempts and only 25 twos. And they're shooting 30%. So it's not like they're on fire from three and they're trying to spray it up. More guys need to put it on the floor, get some higher percentage shots.
81-72. Adams with 28 points. It's going up. Kevin White with the rebound. Cotton had space. Another one.
And he makes you pay if you try to disrespect and go under the screen. He lost sight of him in the first
again, that was good poise from Norton. Coming down the floor, just a little dribble handoff to, you know, the best scorer in the competition. Gives themselves a chance.
Cotton 6 of 12 from outside tonight. Has 27. Long rebound falls to the Wildcats, and they can sense that something's building. White got past Swaka Bullock. That's not there. Majuk with the offensive rebound. Travers needs it to go down. It does. Wow. The Wildcats have scored the last 8 and bring it back to a three-point game.
Just when you think the Sydney Kings are running away with it. A couple of big shots there. Good find again from Norton. Got a piece of the paint. The defense collapses. Finds Travers.
Plenty more to come in the final quarter. It's 81-78.
Who we got tonight? Bruce Willis is in the house.
A timeout called by the Sydney Kings. Bryce Cotton has 27 points. And the Wildcats have scored 8 in a row, Hammer. This game is turning in their favour.
It's been a game of runs, hasn't it?
Sure has.
You can never write off the Perth Wildcats, and they've been able to do this over the last few minutes without Vic Law, but now with the time to be getting him back in as well, adding to the defensive capabilities, but also another person who can put the ball in the hole.
This game changed for the worse for Sydney when Cooks went and sat down.
It's true.
C's back in the game.
Stan, look at this guy. You can see his outfit. Mate,
And Cooks has got the second best plus minus for the Sydney Kings as well, plus 11 while he's been on the floor.
Back in now, Adams. There's 28. And Bryce is bearing down on him. He's got 27. Martin posting up. The double comes. Cotton knocks it away and lays it up. 1 point game.
Just great defense off the ball. Gets the steal.
Just anticipated it. Knew there was a mismatch. Stuck up from behind.
flicked it away. Martin in space, sizes it up and buries it.
Jalen Adams finding the open man at the right time, and Martin makes them pay.
35% shooter from outside this season. Cotton to the other end. Oh, wow.
You might be the best point guard in the league, but I'm the best player in the league.
32 points, 8 from 14 from 3. Bryce Cotton.
Tough finish from Cooks.
This is one big play after another.
Money time, baby.
Players.
White's pass batted away. Cotton there to retrieve it. Shot clock down to 6. Pulls up for 3. Loose ball. Perth get it back. There's Cotton again for Travers. Second knockdown in a row. Wildcats tie it up at 86.
That's what the NBA scouts want to see. Him knock down the 3.
No doubt.
That doesn't go for Adams. Perth playing to take the lead. Not that long ago, it was a double-figure deficit for them. Cotton's been immense. Travers up to 16 points now. White hands off for Majuk. He's stripped. Kings get possession back.
Bryce Cotton kicks it to Luke Travers. The NBA scouts want to see him hit the 3.
16 points in 19 minutes.
He hits his last 2.
2 of 5 from outside. Let's take a look at the SodaStream shot chart between 2 of the league's very best. The man on the right is the very best in the league. There's no question about that. The man on the left might very well be the best point guard in the league.
And they are going at it. You can see the shot chart by SodaStream. 28 points, Jalen Adams. Bryce Cotton with 32. 8 of 15 from the 3.
And you see contrasting styles too, because Adams wants to get into the paint. He's got a great little mid-range game, whereas Bryce Cotton can do that, but 15 of his 20 shots have come from the three-point line. And when you're shooting 8 from 15, I encourage it.
Over to you, Jalen.
Gee, there's been some big plays from the best players on the court tonight, standing up just when their teams need it. Huge 3 minutes.
Cotton back-to-back 30-point games. Gave United 31 down there.
I feel like Perth probably played this last 3 minutes with less pressure because they know they're going home for whatever it is. What do we come up with, 6 or 8 or 9 games or something like that at home? They're already in a really good position. They know they're going to finish the season strong.
Not only that, you know they're going to finish on top of the ladder.
They're going to finish on top.
Adams draws the
over to you, Jalen Adams. Great take. Takes the body control, takes the hit to the body, and is still able to finish.
Well, I don't even think there was a hit there. I think he created the contact and put the referees in a position to make that call. And that's what good players do. And he was able to finish.
31 for Adams.
And you know coming into the end of this game, he's going to play that with confidence. When you've just had game winners, you just step up and feel it and want it when it gets to crunch time. That's why Bryce Cotton's been doing it for years.
Sydney by 3. That's a travel.
That's an important stop.
Let's check in with Brad Rosen.
Yeah, guys, I just want to ask Hammer and Homicide a question. We know Bryce Cotton, he's had his way with a lot of teams in this league. Jalen Adams, he had 30 last game and now 31 this game. Perth's renowned for their defense. Have you seen someone do this to Perth in the last number of years?
Best point guard in the league.
Travis blocked Clark. Martin there to sort it out. 2.5 minutes remaining at Kudos Bank Arena. Travis swings to Wagstaff. It's down.
Wow. They just don't go away.
These are just experienced players that have been in these moments before. Nothing to be nervous about. Play after play continuously being made.
Why has Vic Law been out so long?
I don't know, but this is 2 points.
There you go. And for those that missed it, they got the signal from Cooks. That's 2.
Vic Law at the scorers table, trying to check back into this game. Travis pulls up. Deep, Wagstaff couldn't reel it in. Sydney do. They've been knocking on the door of the top 4 for the last few weeks. Tonight is an outstanding opportunity for them to take a huge scalp, but the Wildcats won't just give it to them. Martin for 3. Yes!
Big. That is big. When you got so many weapons all over the court and you got your big man that can step out and come out of the corner and knock down another trifecta, that is huge.
21 points in 29 minutes. 3 of 6 from the land of plenty.
Let's take a look at the night that Jalen Adams has had here in the Hungry Jacks NBL. His signing created a lot of excitement. I think we can understand why now.
8 assists and only 2 turnovers. And some of these passes that he's been able to make, we're going to look at his points, 31, but he's fed that man on 3 occasions just to be able to get in, make the right decision, and that's what it's going to be about for him moving forward. Is we know he can score, but how does he balance that, being able to put points on the board but bring the other pieces into the game? And that balance has been really good tonight, particularly when it's counted in this last quarter.
Brad was taking a listen into the Sydney Kings huddle.
Yeah, and he just implored the team, no threes, whatever we do, that is what will hurt us. Push out, switch, whatever you got to do, but do not give up a 3-point shot.
How's the enthusiasm, how's the enthusiasm from Clark? He's been here 5 minutes, telling people what to do in a huddle. Just love the passion and the engagement that he's got in an early stage.
He spoke during the week to News Corp, said he was drawn in from last weekend's win. Wagstaff!
Oh, no.
Fouled on the 3-point make.
Oh, my goodness.
What else is going to happen in this 4th quarter?
They do not go away. It's just great ball movement.
Great extra pass.
Way to execute. That's just experience, man. They've been here before too many times. Don't panic. We got this.
Wagstaff missed the extra.
Oh, my goodness.
And that foul will be free throws to the Wildcats. 5th of the period. Jarrell Martin's 3rd.
And those are rebounds you have to come up with. They just hit a 3-point shot. Now you go to the line for 2 more.
We've had 2 cracking games tonight.
Man.
This 4th quarter has been like watching 2 heavyweight boxers in the last round just throw right hand after right hand at each other. And they're not done yet. Law makes it a 2-point game.
And the game before was high scoring, but there was a lot of breakdowns at the defensive end. This game here has been quality.
Goodness.
Clark steps out of bounds.
Turnover with the full court pressure. of the Wildcats. You hit a three, you get an and one. Miss rebound, they get the ball back, hit 2 more shots. Now, you step out of bounds.
That's just unfortunate because he's slipped. You can see he wasn't close to the sideline. That foot's just slipped out, but the amount of big shots that have been made in this game against good defense has been incredible.
Technical foul?
He jumped over the line. Jalen Adams jumped over the line.
Goodness.
Let's have a look here.
One shot and they got the ball back.
Oh, wow.
He went over the line.
Did he just say one shot and you get the ball back?
Yep. Yeah, for a take.
Oh, man. So you hit the three. And 2 free throws. 1 free throw. 6 points.
Oh, my.
They just gave up.
Moving up higher now?
You heard for one made with a senior official, and he's right. That's the rule, unfortunately. There's nothing that Sydney can say to dispute that. The Wildcats can take the lead off this possession. Law at the top of the key. Pulls up for the mid-range. That's off the Kings last.
Oh, my goodness, the Kings can't get a break.
The basketball's living up one end of the court. It's going to be the longest 90 seconds of Jason Buford's career.
Oh, my goodness.
I just want an offensive possession. Different things that's happened. He said in the timeout, just no threes. They come out and it's a 4-point play. Step over the line, tech fouls, turnover. Officials are going to quickly review this out of bounds just to make sure of it.
Sorry, 2 free throws for Law.
Yeah. I like the fact that they're going to review this. I think the original call was the right one, but go to the tape just to make sure that it's the right one. Let's get it done quick. The call on the floor stands. Wildcats ball from the baseline. Sydney led it by 7 at quarter time, at three-quarter time, I should say. Perth are on a 6-0 run right now. Cotton up top for the lead. It jumps out.
Got the look that he wanted.
That's a well-executed play from Perth. Sydney will use the full 24 available to them. Get to the basket. Adams has been in this situation before. He knows what to do in winning time. Not that time, though. Shot clock switched off. Wildcats trail by 1. Law from a long way out. It misses. Now Perth have to foul. They haven't fouled us yet. Sydney are going to win it. Pandemonium at Kudos Bank Arena. The Sydney Kings take a massive scalp. They are the real deal. 98-95 winners in one of the best fourth quarters we've seen this season. Oh my, the Cardiac Kings are back. 2 games in a row that went right down to the wire. Huge game against one of the greatest teams we've seen over the last, how long? 10, 20 years, whatever you want to say, but the Kings have got momentum. What a game. They were down, they were up, they were down, they were up, Sydney. They held their nerve. A huge win for them. That's now 6 of their last 7 games that they have won. They're not just knocking on the door of the top 4 now, however, they're trying to kick it in. They've got as much talent as anyone in the competition. They're coming, don't worry about that. And all of those teams above them know they're coming. Have a look at that man on screen.
Man.
Foot Locker player of the game. He's a star, a flat-out star.
31-7. Numbers don't lie.
We're going to come back and chat about it after this. The Kings fans are going to go to bed very happy tonight. Massive win on their home floor, 98-95. We've seen some sensational games so far this season in the Hungry Jacks NBL. Tonight might just be one of the best, if not the best so far. 98-95. The Sydney Kings winners on their home floor. 6 of their last 7, and they beat a team who are well and truly entrenched inside the top 4 in the Wildcats.
Big win. Huge win. And there's a lot of people doubting the Sydney Kings early in the season, and I'm not going to mention any names, but they're back on the bandwagon now because the Sydney Kings have got as much firepower as any team in the NBL. Don't worry about that. That doesn't mean that they're the favourites to win it, but they've got enough players that can be able to get it done, and I think they're only going to continue to get better in the last part of this season.
Corey, we spoke a lot about Jalen Adams in the broadcast, and we will continue to, but just tell us in the 13 points in 19 minutes that you saw from Ian Clark in his first game here in the league, what that can do for this Sydney team going forward.
I mean, he's just another experienced, potent, professional athlete. He played in the NBA, so you know he's going to bring that experience. But for him to play 19 minutes and score 13 points and hadn't played in, over 2 years, it's only up from here. You know, so once he gets his legs on him and really understands the system, he's a great addition, a great pickup. And defensively, he brings that aggressive nature as well. So I was impressed with what I saw with the minutes that he played.
Hammer, they're the real deal, the Sydney Kings. There's no question about that. And the win tonight for them, it's the first time they've beaten Perth twice in a season on their home floor since 2005. This team's going places.
They are. There's no doubt. They've got the momentum, but they're going to have to keep taking that momentum because they've got a lot of games on the road coming up. The Perth Wildcats, on the other hand, they've done a great job being on the road for as long as they have. They go home. We know how well they play at home as well. So it's just so tight. I still think 5 teams can win the championship, and it's hard to split all 5 teams.
5 teams can't win the championship. 4 teams could win.
Well, you're riding off the Illawarra Hawks.
They out.
So I'm not riding Gorge off just yet.
They out.
Because he's the master coach.
I know he's the master coach.
Let's take a look at the Amy ladder while you're telling us about this, Corey. And for the Sydney Kings, they're still 5th, but now they're within touching distance of 4th place.
I got them in the 4. Illawarra's not making it. I'm telling you, Hammer. Remember this conversation.
You may be right, mate. You may be right. But I'm still thinking right now 5 teams have an opportunity, and it all comes down just to get momentum at the right stage of the season going into those playoffs. And there's no doubt the Illawarra Hawks could turn it around. We've got a triple header coming your way tomorrow on Sunday Hoops. Adelaide versus Cairns to start with, Melbourne and New Zealand at John Cain Arena. And we'll finish up the day with Illawarra taking on Tasmania. On behalf of Hammer, Corey, Brad Rosen, and the best team in television behind the scenes, thanks so much for being with us tonight. It was an extraordinary night. We hope you enjoyed it. And thanks for watching the Hungry Jacks NBL.
This program is brought to you by Hungry Jacks and Bunnings Trade.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One. Camera left, camera left, camera left, camera left, camera left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep.
Thanks, Barney.
Thanks, mate.
Hello, Fiona. Oh, good. How are you? Great. Sure. Yeah. Yes. Cool.
Are we good to shut that door? Or do we need to keep it open?
That's amazing. I love it. Yeah, we'll get some photos tonight.
Hey, Fiona.
Of course. No worries. We'll do that. Thanks, Fiona. Cheers. Bye.
Can we shut that door?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah. We're just shutting the door here.
Does this look alright?
Yes, it's symmetrical and good. Two awesome games in a row.
Yeah, that was great, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
that was awesome.
Perth should have just run the clock down and taken the last shot.
Yeah.
What were they thinking?
Yeah, I'm glad they didn't.
It's
I'm
so
sick of
dumb.
their winning.
Why would they shoot it at 17? when they
Yeah, I
could
know.
just-
It wasn't a very smart play.
No, really dumb. Someone hasn't got their themselves muted.
Bit of an upset. That's good.
Yeah.
You on tomorrow?
I am indeed, yeah.
These schools so they can come in. That's what chord is it?
Yeah.
Hey, for that. You're right, if you want to do cables, I can do that. You sure? Yeah, positive. Yeah, I've got to wait anyway, so. Cheers,
Thank you,
mate.
mate.
Come here.
couldn't hear you.
And I was like yelling 3 times.
Really?
I need camera 3.
Oh, yeah.
Because we were all
But he heard you, the director heard you. Because he did say, yeah, the line.
Just on you.
Someone's coming.
Someone's coming.
Recording in progress.
Craig, would you like to begin?
And Scott, can you take us through just your reaction to the chaos that was in the last few minutes, from being down to being back up, and then the last couple of plays? What were your thoughts on how it all finished up?
Well, just tough because they kept going on runs, and I felt I had to use my timeouts to try and slow their momentum and reorganize us. Used my last timeout to try and get a break for a couple guys because they had played a lot of minutes in a row, and didn't have any left to try and calm things down. So thought the guys did a pretty good job fighting back in it. Definitely wasn't the last 2 minutes that cost us the game.
When you look at the last play, the last shot you got off, Vic had 13 seconds still on the clock when he took the shot. Were you comfortable with him taking it then, or would you have liked it to have gone later and been on the last shot of the game?
I mean, when you're down, I'm more apt to take a quicker shot, give yourself a chance to rebound or foul if you miss. Probably would have preferred he attacked and give himself a chance to get fouled, but I'm more worried about the defensive mistakes that we had throughout the course of the game.
So the run, you mentioned the runs that they got on, like they started really well, and then you get ahead at halftime, they charge back again. That's becoming the trend, isn't it? That you're unable to stop the big run-ons.
Basketball's a game of runs.
You've got Jesse sitting next to you. Can you talk me through the decision to start Jesse today and move Michael Frazier to the bench?
Yeah, I guess there's a lot of things go into it. Wanted to try and give Mike a new look, see if we can get him energized, get him going a little bit. Wanted to make sure we took care of our rebounding in the starting lineup to start the game. Didn't succeed in that. It was no one individual's fault, but fixed that up later in the game. And wanted to make sure we had some extra shooting out there. So, I mean, Jesse was 4 for 8 from 3, if I'm not mistaken. So, you know, that's all it was.
Feels like Michael's struggling for confidence at the moment. Would that be a correct statement?
You'd have to ask him, but be fair, a fair punt.
And just two more before I throw to Roy. With Nickel, he was off for an extended period after his shirt got ripped. Was he unable to return to the court during that period while you were looking for a jersey? Was he bloodied? Was there a reason why in the last quarter why he was off for so long?
I was looking for a seamstress.
Was he able to come back on at that point? He had to come back on with 32 on. Was he unavailable to be on the court at that stage? We obviously couldn't see it on TV.
Well, it was either get a seamstress or go skins, and I don't think we're allowed to play with no jerseys.
Roy.
Please continue, Roy.
Jesse, you've seen lots of different guards and different matchups for Bryce and in the recent years. But what do you make of the challenge that Jalen gave you guys tonight? And what did you make of seeing the way him and Bryce were sort of going at it out there?
Yeah, I mean, they're two very good players. Yeah, I mean, you look at their stat line. You know, guys like that are going to put up some pretty impressive numbers. But it's, you know, basketball's a team game, so you know, it takes a whole team to guard Bryce, it takes a whole team to guard Jalen. So, yeah.
Scott, you mentioned defensive things are a bit of a concern. Can you just outline some of the ones you're a bit concerned about from tonight?
Sure. Number one, transition. Gave up 2 layups start the fourth quarter when we had guys that were able to get back and protect the rim and at least make the shot more difficult. We had a couple times where we had weak side guys not pulled in, got beat on the strong side and had no one there to help
protect the rim. It sounds simple, but layups are the easiest shot in basketball. And I know back home I remember a coach saying, like in junior high, he coached junior high girls basketball. And he said, you know, if you just get more layups than the other team, you win. It's kind of the same in this league too, in any league. If you get more layups, you probably have a good chance of winning. Defensively, you should never give up a layup uncontested. So that's why I'm disappointed, because we gave them easy buckets. You got Adams hitting tough floaters, playing his ass off, hitting tough threes over our bigs, extended hands. You got Martin hitting tough shots down the stretch. Those guys are great players. They're going to get their buckets. You can't give them easy layups.
Yeah, I'm all good. Happy for Fraser to take over.
Thanks. Scott, just one question really. How did you find the Kings tonight compared to the last time you matched up with them? Obviously they've got Ian Clark now, but did you find the scout to be different coming into tonight, or was it pretty much the same game plan?
I guess when you play a team kind of back-to-back or relatively close together, usually the losing team has a better opportunity to make adjustments. We made a couple small ones, but at the end of the day, we just got to execute our system better defensively if we want to give ourselves a chance. Sydney's probably, I would argue, amongst the most talented, if not the most talented team in the league on paper. And adding a shooter like Clark, who comes in and hits 3 threes, including a big one in the fourth, that's tough to deal with. But at the end of the day, we had a chance to win, and take away some of those layups, we win the game.
Last question, Craig.
Yeah, guys, can I get both your reactions to just the March 3 announcement by the government yesterday? We obviously haven't had a chance to speak to you guys since Mark McGowan announced the border would be opening earlier than what we thought. From your perspective, having been away for so long, what does that mean for you?
I think it means we get to go home, but until I get on that flight and set foot on that runway, I'm not going to be getting ahead of myself. You know, we were teased before on February 5th, and we're hoping to get home. We're expecting to get home, but right now all we're worried about is Southeast Melbourne. That's our next game.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, fellas.
Appreciate it. Julie? Matty starts off.
Chase, congratulations, mate. What are your immediate thoughts about that particular ball game?
Yeah, it was a heck of a ball game. They played well. We played well. They made shots. We had some answers at the rim. Just a really back and forth game from two good teams, and proud that our guys were able to make enough plays when it mattered to get over the line. Credit to Perth. They played tough. They made a bunch of shots. Obviously, every time you get to watch Bryce Cotton, it's a treat because he's just a terrific player. But our guys battled on him, made him work for his 33 a little bit. I know it seems crazy to say, but I thought we did a pretty good job making it tough on him, even though he made shots. Did a great job, X, on Vic Law, and forced those other guys to make enough plays. And again, our guys just made a few more. Obviously not our best game on the boards. We gave them too many opportunities on second chance. I think if we take care of that better, it's nowhere near as close a ball game as it was. But at the end of the day, again, credit to our guys for making plays when it counted. Ian stepping in here, first game back, made some huge plays. I don't think we win that game without some of the shots he made and the defensive plays. So really proud of our group, and big win for us.
Ian, what were your thoughts on that game? And I know that's your first real game in many, many months. How are the legs feeling? How was your win feeling out there?
Honestly, I feel great. Honestly, it was a big win for us. The first couple of minutes, I was just anxious, trying to get the feel of the game. But once I got going, we got competing. It felt great. I want to thank the coaches and my teammates. They just helped me so much, and it feels good to just be back out there and compete.
How have you found Sydney so far? I know you've only been here a little over a week. How's it been, and how's it been kind of integrating with your new teammates?
It's been great. I haven't been out, venture much, but just being able to be around the guys, coming to practice, and just getting to know everybody, it's been great, and everybody's been so helpful.
Chase, that small ball lineup that you went to kind of started disrupting. It seemed like that really changed the momentum when they were kind of just starting to take a little bit of control of the ball game.
Yeah, I'd like to take credit and be like, oh, that was a coaching maneuver. But really, just with the injuries we have, if you've watched us, that's kind of been our sub pattern the last few games. Gloves came in and played a ton of, small ball for us around X or Rel. And I think it's been good at points. It's helped us. Gloves been a great job competing so that we don't lose any physicality or anything inside. And, the way we play, it shouldn't bother us too much, whether we're going small or we're going big. Everybody's running the same roles. Everybody's going to the same spots, doing the same things. So, luckily, that continuity allows us to play different lineups. And, it was, again, Glove was much, much better in the second half in that stint at the 4, and it helped us for sure.
How big was it getting Xavier and Jarrell going in that second half in particular? The Wildcats kind of shut them down a little bit in the first half. The second half, those guys really came to play. Yeah,
I might have shut them down more than Perth did. I got to do a better job getting them the ball at times. You saw first play, we came out and just threw it right to Rel in the block, got an easy 2. I can do a better job of helping those guys get involved. I plead to the guards to throw the ball to the roller every time, but there's more creative ways I can help them get more looks. But gosh, what an efficient night. The two of them combined are, 15 to 22 for 39 points and 16 rebounds. Just, again, I run out of superlatives to come up here and say about those two every game. They give us so much, both ends. Rel with some huge threes, X with some great drives and finishes. Just really big from both those guys.
And speaking of superlatives, that point guard, Julie, you mentioned Bryce before, and I know that Winding was picking him up quite a bit, but those two going head-to-head and producing that, is that one of the best individual duels you've seen in your time?
Yeah, in my time here, by far the best, probably one-on-one. Again, they weren't guarding each other hardly at all, but just back and forth. It was a great basketball game. Bryce made plays, Jalen made plays. They had other guys make some plays. Our players stepped up. Back and forth, kind of crazy that last minute, and just found a way to get over the line. Really, really exciting for our team to win a game like that.
And Perth have always had this reputation of being great front runners. So what does that say about your ball club that you were able to hang in there, make the plays when you needed to, and actually push past them in the end?
Yeah, it's good. We've been a team that's done a great job starting games well for the most part. We've been a good first quarter team, and our MO is we have a lull at some point. Tonight it was the second quarter where we got a little stagnant. We let them get going a little bit. But the composure to come back, I thought especially to end the third quarter, and the way we did, and then they made their run to start the fourth, and we just stuck to it that last 5 minutes, and we're just so good down the stretch. Really, really proud of our guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Matt.
Thank you.
Dave, please continue.
Yeah. Congratulations on the win, guys. My question's to you, Chase. That battle between Adams and Cotton, have you seen one like that for a while?
Yeah, I mean, again, I saw JA go back and forth with a lot of good guards in G League. He often got the better of it, but yeah, in my time here, Bryce is a terrific player. Like I said earlier, always great to watch him play. And it was fun to watch him and Jalen go at it tonight. Again, great basketball game. 2 players played well. A bunch of players outside of that played well. And we were fortunate enough to come away with the win.
And you mentioned that you tried to keep him quiet, Bryce Cotton, for as long as possible, and he still posted 33 points. But the fact that you were able to, could he have scored more than that if you hadn't have done the job that you did on him?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, again, we were shifting. We were trying to make life tough. He's an aggressive player, 3-time MVP. Like, don't need to say much about him. He can get his in a variety of ways. So you just got to try to make him work for it, make him earn it, and he did. And if you can shut the other guys down enough, hopefully you'll have a chance. And we, again, just did well enough on the rest of the guys to come in and get a win.
Roy, please continue.
That's all for me, guys.
Ian, what was it like for you, mate, to get out in that fourth quarter, you hit a couple of big shots? How's that sort of helping you fit into the group to be able to come in and make an impact like that?
I mean, it feels great, honestly. The guys give me confidence. They want me to shoot. They want me to be aggressive and be the player that I am. And obviously, I know that it's going to take time. This is my first game back, but at the same time, I just want to win. And being able to compete on the defensive end, listen to coach, telling us to do what we need to do. And I think the way that we play is going to come free-flowing, and we're going to get shots like that.
We'll work on his fourth quarter execution, not fouling guys. And not,
For sure, yeah.
And it's funny. They stop the game. They stop every fast break in the world to go wipe the floor, but they don't have the presence of mind to know we need to wipe the floor at the end of the game when they just had a collision and fall, and it's a dead ball. I'd appreciate if they said that same attention to detail stopping the game to get the court wiped so our guy doesn't slip out of bounds in a crucial moment. But they'll stop every transition fast break with a quick whistle. I don't get that one.
So I was going to ask Ian about the hitting, the bumping into the 3-point shooter a couple of times. Was that just a bit of rustiness, or just you a bit keen tonight?
Yeah, I mean, it's just
a bit of a quick soft whistle too, man. He had a great contest.
Obviously we know we're trying to hang our hat on defensive end and trying to do, what we do defensively is get out and contest shots. Obviously, I got to be smarter, not hitting guys and being able to close out better. But we still pulled it out. That last minute or so was hectic, but I think we dug down deep, got the stop that we needed, and ended up winning the game.
That's all for me. Thanks, guys.
Jack, please continue.
Chase, congrats on the win. 4 wins in a row now and 8-day break heading into Adelaide, who you play next week for the first time this season. What's your thoughts heading into playing them for the first time?
Yeah, actually a team that probably one of the more similar teams to us in the way they set up with their bigs and the way they guard and things like that. Yeah, it'll be a good test for us. I think they've probably been at different ends of the spectrum. When they play really well, they're really good. And they've had some games they haven't played as well. But, they got good scorers at different positions. We'll have to be ready to guard. We'll be missing a few guys going to the Boomers camp and the Kiwis camp. So it'll have to have a collective effort to go down there and match their